saplings, I'm Kenny and welcome to theme class. And more importantly, welcome to Saplings 1! Can you believe it? None of you are sprouts anymore. Now you are a Saplings 1. And what does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to have a wonderful year, but also that there are a few new things that you have to learn now that you're no longer a sprout and you're a large, in-charge Saplings 1. So, in Saplings 1, we have more responsibility, meaning there's a lot of things we have to do, including making sure that our sprouts know how they should behave in class. Does that mean that you have to be their teacher and tell them, hey, do this or don't do that? No, of course not. We have lots of wonderful teachers here at Learning Tree who can tell them what to do. But if you are behaving nicely and acting your best, the sprouts will see everything you're doing and they'll know, oh, I want to do that too. So, how should we behave here in Saplings 1? Well, we have brand new rules now that you're a sapling. For the last couple of years, you've been following the sprout rules, but we have some new ones and maybe some ones that you recognize from when you were a sprout. And let's see if we can figure them all out. Now, before we can get started on that, let's talk about something special called growth mindset. Can you say growth mindset? Well, let's think about those two words, growth and mindset. Well, when we grow, we get bigger, right? And then mindset has to do with our mind or our brain. So it's kind of like our brains are getting bigger. Growth mindset means that you're trying to challenge yourself. You're trying to always be better, but you're also trying to be positive. Positive means you're not saying things like, I can't, or I don't like, I won't, but instead things like, I can do it. So what does it look like to have a growth mindset? I'll show you. So here we can see a girl, and she says, instead of, I'll never be smart, think, I will learn how to do this. Have you ever tried to do something and it's been very, very hard and you've thought, I can't do it? If you say, I can't do it, I can't learn, that's not having a growth mindset. That's being negative, and we don't want that. Let me show you an example. Maybe one day you see this book and you think, wow, I really want to read that book. But when you open it, oh my goodness, look at all those words. And they're so small. Maybe you don't know how to read this book. But we can have a growth mindset and be positive. So if you don't have a growth mindset, when you open this book, maybe you'll say, I'm not smart. I can never read this book. And then it's over. If you stop there, there's nowhere to grow. But if you try to have a growth mindset and be positive, here you can say, I will learn how to do this. Maybe this book is too hard right now, but we shouldn't give up. Instead, start exactly where you are. Maybe your first step is just learning some letters and their sounds. So, k, a, t, k, a, t, cat. All right, now I've learned how to read some sounds. That's one step closer to reading this book. Maybe now I'll try an easier book. All right. Oh, we go down. We go up, up, up. All right, now I can read smaller sentences. Now maybe I'll try something a little bit more difficult. It is a good thing doctors are here to help. That sentence was longer than the sentence in this book. I'm one step closer to reading the hard book. And then maybe I'll go even harder. Wow, this has some small words, but I've been practicing one step at a time. When spring arrived at the pond, Mother Frog woke her sons. All right, now maybe I'm ready to read the chapter book. Stanley didn't want to cause any trouble. I did it! Maybe at first I couldn't read this book, but instead of giving up and saying, I can't do it, I had a growth mindset. I started right where I was, at my sounds, and worked my way up one step at a time. It's just like going up the stairs. So, here at Learning Tree, our rules help us to have a growth mindset in our classroom and all around the world. So, let's continue talking a little bit more about ways we can change how we think and have a growth mindset, and then let's talk about these new rules. Okay, so we saw this one where we can change the way we think just by thinking a little bit differently. So, like we said, instead of I'll never be smart, think I will learn how to do this. Or instead of this is too hard, think this might take a while, but I can do it. Instead of I made a mistake, think mistakes help me learn. And instead of this is good enough, think is this my best work? So these are some ways that we can grow our growth mindset so that we're always trying our best. Now that you're saplings, we have a brand new set of rules. But we don't just think about these as rules. These are our values as a sapling. A value is something that's very important to you and teaches you how you want to live your life. So we don't want you to think just, I have to do it because it's the rule, but instead, what kind of sapling and what kind of person do I want to be? I want to be the best kind of person I can. So let's see, what are our new Saplings 1 values? So if you see our learning tree rules, you'll see that there's a word on the top and then more words under. This is the big objective, what we're trying to do, and how we can do it. So our first one is respect. Respect means showing care, showing that you care not only about others, but also yourself. So rule number 1, respect. Be nice to yourself and others. We often talk about being nice to others, meaning having nice hands, playing with your friends, saying nice things, but we should also be nice to ourselves. If we do something and we get it wrong, we shouldn't say, I'm not smart. That's so mean to say to yourself, right? We want to be kind when we're talking about ourselves and kind when we're talking about our friends. Number 2, responsibility. Responsibility means doing what you have to do or what's expected of you. So, our responsibility is to be safe. A lot of things in the classroom are the teacher's responsibility. They have to tell you what to do and how to do it. But you can be safe, right? Things like not running in the room because there are lots of tables and chairs and maybe you'll fall down, or how to carefully hold on to things like scissors or pencils that may be sharp. So it is your responsibility to be safe in the classroom. Number 3, internationalism. Wow, that is a big word. I'm sure you know, our school is Learning Tree International School. Internationalism means connecting with people all over the world. Now, you've seen this rule before, speak English. But why? Is there something wrong with Japanese? No, of course not. We live here in Japan, and Japanese is a beautiful, wonderful language. But let's think about our classrooms here at Learning Tree. maybe in the class there are lots of friends who are Japanese from Japan and they can speak Japanese. But maybe you have some friends who came from Russia and they speak Russian. Or people who came from Korea and they speak Korean. In fact, we have people from so many different places who come to our school and they speak lots of different languages. But there's one thing we all have in common. We are all studying and learning English. So it's not really fair if you come to class and you speak one language that maybe the others don't understand because we all come from different places. But because we are all learning English, it's a language we can all speak together. So we want to be able to connect with people all over the world, not just our friends here in Japan. So let's speak English so that we can all have nice conversations with each other. Number 4, growth. We've talked about this a little. Are we trying to grow our bodies? Well, of course we want to eat lots of good food so we can get big and strong. But here we're talking about our mind. We want to grow our brains so big and full of information so that we can do anything we want to. Now here we have 2 things to help our growth. Work hard and challenge yourself. Let's look at an example. So, sometimes we want to do things the easy way or the fastest way, but it's not necessarily the best way. So maybe my teacher says, "Can you write your name, please?" And I say, "Okay." All right, there you go. Now, did I do it? Yes, I did. It says Kenny. But did I work hard to do this? No, I wrote very fast and I didn't try my best. So instead, I can say, you know what? I want to write the best I can. So this time, when my teacher asked me to write my name, oh, that's much better. Sometimes doing things the easy way or the fast way isn't the best way. We don't want to just make things easy. We want to work hard. Now, challenge yourself. Challenge means to do things that are a little bit hard still, to push yourself one step further. So maybe I'll say, you know what? Kenny has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. And I've been practicing writing Kenny for a really, really long time. But I want to write my full name, not just my nickname. But that's a little bit tricky because it has even more letters. Now, I can keep just writing Kenny forever, or I can try my best, challenge myself, and write Kenethia. Now, this way is a bit harder than this one. And maybe at first I didn't know how to write my full name like this. But if you say, I can do it, and challenge yourself, you'll be able to grow. Next, we have reflection. Have you ever looked in a mirror and seen yourself? That's your reflection. It's the picture that's looking back at you. Reflection is also looking back at what you've already done. So it says, learn from your mistakes. Do we make mistakes sometimes? Of course we do. Is it okay? Of course it is. But what's not okay is when you make the same mistake over and over and over and over and over because you never take the time to stop, reflect, and think about that mistake. So, for example, maybe I see the word cat, but when I read it, I say can. And my teacher tells me, oh, actually, you say t, not n. It's cat, not can. I say, okay, but then the next day I say can. And I say, oh, good try. But remember, this is a t. And then the next day I say can. And I say, Hey, remember we talked about this. This is a t, not a n. Try again. And then I say, can. Am I learning from my mistake? No, maybe I'm not really paying attention to what the teacher is telling me. Is it okay that I got the word wrong? Yes, it is. But I have to stop and the next time say, can. Wait. I remember something the teacher told me. She said this is a t, not a n. So, k-a-t. Cat. I've got it. Cat. Now, my mistake helped me to learn how to say this the right way. That's what we want. We want to learn from our mistakes, not keep making the same mistake over and over. All right, and then our last one, positivity. We talk a lot about being positive. Well, what does it mean? That's really what growth mindset is all about. Remember when we were saying, instead of saying this, try saying this? That's being positive. You can get upset and give up, or you can change the way you're thinking to something good. So look for solutions and have fun. A solution is a way to fix a problem. So maybe you're upset because things aren't going your way, and you can stop there and cry, or stomp your feet and pound your fist, or you can try to fix the problem and have fun. So let's think of an example. Let's say that you are so excited to go to the park with your class because you want to play banana tag. And you've been thinking all day, I can't wait to play banana tag. I can't wait to play banana tag. I can't wait to play banana tag. And you run to your teacher and say, please, can we play banana tag today? And then he says, oh, I'm sorry. Today's PE. We have to play soccer. And you're so upset. You really want to play tag. You didn't want to play soccer. Now you have a choice. You can be negative and say, I don't like soccer, and then give up, and at PE time, sit and pout the whole class and not do anything. But is it fun? No, it's not fun to just sit there while all your friends are playing. So instead, you can look for a solution and have fun. So maybe you're upset because you wanted to play tag today, but it's Tuesday and you have to have PE and play soccer. So a solution you could say is, okay, I can't play tag today, but I can play tomorrow because it's Wednesday and we'll go to the park. So maybe you'll say, teacher, well, can we play banana tag tomorrow? And then he'll say, yes, we can. And have fun. Maybe if you go out and try soccer, you'll find that you'll really love it, and maybe you'll be excited to play soccer next PE time on Thursday. All right, guys, these were our 6 rules or values. So I hope that you can learn them, remember them, and try to use them every day in your saplings class, but also outside in the world. All right, guys, see you next time.